Hey GPT, what's up?
Hey, not much. Just here and ready to chat. What's up with you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. So, yeah. So what should we talk about?
Glad to hear you're doing well. What's on your mind today?
Oh, yeah. What should we talk about?
We could talk about pretty much anything. Maybe something work-related. Or, if you're in the mood to relax, we could chat about hobbies or something random. Anything you're into these days?
Okay. Yeah. By the way, before starting my story, please point out if I make a mistake in my English. Hey, GPT, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. What's up?
Do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said?
Yes, you mentioned you'd like me to point out any mistakes in your English. Ready when you are to share your story.
Okay, thank you. So the day before yesterday, I went dinner with a man who matched on dating app, and we enjoyed dinner and musical. After that, he asked me if why don't you be his his girlfriend, uh, and yeah, and yeah. He asked me about
Got
it.
it.
Yeah.
Here's a quick correction for clarity. So, the day before yesterday, I went to dinner with a man who works at Daily Nap, and we enjoyed dinner and a musical. After that, he asked me if I would be his girlfriend. It looks like there were a few parts where the sentence got a bit tangled, especially around what he asked you. Does that sound more like what you intended to say?
Yes, he asked me if we should be in relationship or not.
Ah, here's how you could phrase that. He asked me if we should be in a relationship or not. It's clear and to the point. Does that sound better?
Exactly.
Great. Glad it sounds right. What happened after that?
And I cannot I ちょっと迷いがあるって英語になんていうの？
迷いがあるは英語で I'm unsure や I'm confused などと言えます。文脈によっては I'm torn や I have doubts も使えます。どんな状況で使いたいですか？
I'm confused, so I don't answer that because I'm not sure that he really likes me or not, and I don't know his objection, so I my 答えは保留集。
Here's a way you could say it. I'm confused, so I didn't answer because I'm not sure if he really likes me or not. and I don't know his intentions, so... It sounds like you're unsure about his feelings and motivations. Does that capture what you're trying to express?
Yes, exactly. Uh, そう。だから答えを、
Glad it fits. It sounds like you're in a bit of a tough spot, trying to figure out his feelings. How are you feeling about it all?
I want to know about him more deeply because we didn't talk about our philosophy about our lives and what he expect me to do.
That makes sense. It's important to understand each other's values and expectations before diving into anything serious. Maybe you could bring up those topics next time you talk to get a clearer picture of where he stands and what he's looking for. How do you think he might respond to those kinds of questions?
I don't have I don't have any idea because
Yeah, it can be tough to predict how someone might react, especially if you're still getting to know each other. But sometimes asking open-ended questions about values and expectations can help both of you understand each other better. It might be a bit awkward at first, but it could clear things up. Do you think you'd feel comfortable asking him about it?
Could you repeat the question again?
Sure. I asked if you think you'd feel comfortable asking him about your values and expectations, especially since you're still getting to know each other.
Could you repeat the question more slowly?
Of course. Here's the question again, more slowly. Do you think you would feel comfortable asking him about your values and expectations, especially since you're still getting to know each other?
Yes, I want to know that, but I don't know what he thinks about my question.
It makes sense that you're unsure about how he'd react. Sometimes people might feel a bit surprised or even uncomfortable at first, especially if they haven't thought about those topics in the context of your relationship. But asking those questions shows you're serious and want to make sure you're both on the same page. Do you think he'd be open to that kind of conversation?
Yes, I think so. But yeah, yes. He is too good. He has a good personality, and he's so kind. So I am afraid that why I wondering why he don't get married.
It sounds like you're really thoughtful about this. It's natural to wonder why someone like him hasn't married yet, especially if he seems so kind and has such a good personality. There could be many reasons. Maybe he's focused on other aspects of his life, or he's waiting for the right person. It doesn't necessarily reflect anything negative about him. Do you think it's something you'd feel comfortable asking him about when the time feels right?
Yes. We will meet on Friday, so I will ask many questions to him.
That sounds like a good plan. Meeting in person will give you both a chance to talk openly and understand each other better. Just remember to take your time with the questions and let the conversation flow naturally. It'll help make the talk feel more relaxed and less pressured. Do you have any specific questions you're thinking about asking him?
Yes, I have a lot of questions, but I wonder why he always talk about business.
That's interesting. It sounds like he might be really passionate about his work, or maybe he feels more comfortable talking about business. It could also be that he wants to show you something important to him. Maybe you could gently steer the conversation towards more personal topics to balance it out. If you're curious, you could ask something like, "You always talk about business, but I'd love to hear more about what you enjoy outside of work." Does that sound like something you might say?
Yes, and yeah, and I sent him the list what I wanna do with people and where I wanna go, but he didn't read it. So I think if a man really likes women, uh, he will do anything for her. So this is one of the reason I am confused about.
I see where you're coming from. It can be confusing when someone you're interested in doesn't seem to engage with something important to you, like the list you sent him. It's natural to wonder if his lack of response means something about how he feels. But sometimes people don't always react the way we expect, even if they care. He might be busy, unsure how to respond, or just not as focused on planning things like you are. It doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't like you. If it continues to bug you, you could gently bring it up and ask him how he feels about it. That might clear up some of your confusion. Does that seem like a good approach?
Yeah. So anyway, I will ask him a lot of questions, and I will know him more deeply. And yeah, I admit he is a very smart person and so kind person. So yeah, I wanna know the other aspect of him.
It sounds like you're taking a thoughtful approach, which is great. Wanting to understand someone from all angles, especially when they have qualities you admire, shows you're really interested in getting to know him deeply. Asking him questions and exploring different sides of his personality can help you both build a stronger connection. It's also good to balance your curiosity with a bit of patience, especially since people can be complex, and sometimes it takes time to reveal those deeper parts. Do you think he'll be open to talking about those different aspects of his life?
I don't know, but if he don't, I will not be in relation with him.
That makes sense. It's important to be with someone who is willing to open up and share different sides of themselves, especially if you're looking for a deeper connection. If he's not willing to do that, it might make it hard for you to feel fully comfortable and secure in the relationship. It sounds like you're clear about what you need, and that's a good thing. Hopefully, he'll be open to sharing more with you on Friday. Do you feel ready to have that conversation?
Yes. でもちょっとなんだろう、まあ詰めすぎないようにするわ。なんていうの、問い詰めすぎないように気をつけますって英語になんていうの？
でも、ちょっと詰めすぎないようにするわ。問い詰めすぎないように気をつけます。But I'll make sure not to push too hard or interrogate him too much. Does that sound good?
インテリゲイトってどういう意味？インテリゲイト、インテリゲイト。Hey, what is the meaning of interrogate in Japanese? Hi, GPT, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
インテリゲートってどういう意味？日本語で。インテリゲート。
Intelgate doesn't seem to have a direct, well-known meaning in Japanese. However, if you're referring to Intel as the tech company and gate in a literal sense, it could translate to into gato. But if you're thinking of a specific term or concept, could you clarify a bit more about
インテリゲートになってた。But I'll sure not to push too hard or interrogate. Interrogate ってなんだ？インテロゲート意味。なんかこういうね、綴りでした。見えないね。インテロゲート。難しいね。なんか推論させちゃった。尋問するっていう意味らしいです。なので、I'll make sure not to interrogate him too much. I'll make sure not to interrogate him too much. I'll make sure not to interrogate him too much. Yeah. I tend to interrogate people, so I'm take care of it. So, goodbye.